Could have gone either way on that call, but I'd say bowling first is the sensible call. Put the batters under pressure early and hopefully get the breakthrough.
Couldn't have hit that any better.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for 4, driven away nicely.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate?
Yep.
Picks the gap perfectly.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
What else do they have in their bag of tricks? Not much seems to be working at the moment.
Yep.
Good shot. It's found the gap.
Got it well enough to get it away to the boundary, a poor delivery, and a fine shot in the end.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Yep.
Nicely played. Perfect timing.
That was pure elegance, right out of the textbook, that shot.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary.
Yep.
Super shot.
Well, it was hammered away, timed perfectly, and placed into the gap.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake.
Yep.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
End of a high-scoring over. Beautiful batting. After hitting the boundary that many times, confidence is high out in the middle.
Yep.
A big opportunity. They've worked hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings. Very sweet off the bat, and 4 all the way.
What a lovely shot. Really good timing out of the middle and race to the boundary.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away.
Well bowled.
It looked like a pretty good delivery, to be honest. Umpire's given it as a wide.
Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
A loose delivery, seen early, and it was dispatched easily.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket.
Yep.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Yep.
Great shot.
You could see by how it whistled away to the boundary just how sweetly this was timed.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Yep.
Times it nicely.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there down the ground.
A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond.
Yep.
Quick onto that in the infield. This could be trouble. Going with spin now.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Yep.
There'll be runs here.
There was minimal follow-through, just great timing to punch it through the field for 4.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key.
Yep. No!
Straight to the fielder.
Well, for a brief moment, you thought there might be a bit of strife there. In the end, a good decision not to take on the field. Yep.
Couldn't have played that any better.
And that brings up the batsman's half-century.
That shot brings up the half-century. Beautiful batting display, very solid. I think this is just the start.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come.
A good piece of bowling there. A little bit of pace off the delivery, and the batter is all at sea. Wait.
That's the over. Karnataka are 53 for none.
Yep.
Really good shot there.
That really wasn't a great delivery. Seen early, and it was dispatched with a plum.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you just got to accept it and move on.
Yep.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Well, that could have ended horribly, but very good, fast running between the stumps gets them home.
The right armour is coming on to bowl from the members' end.
Yep.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Well, that was just textbook. Finds the space and power to lift that ball over the top, and it just keeps going. Yeah.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
Wonderful batting at the moment. Back-to-back boundaries, putting the pressure on the bowler to respond.
Yep.
Middle that one, great timing.
Found the gap with ease. Wasn't the worst ball you'll see, but it still raced to the rope.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right. Nice solid defensive shot.
Negated the spin well then. Got nicely on top of the bounce. Yep.
It mightn't get to the boundary, should at least get a couple.
Keep us in.
A couple on offer here.
Yep.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Good bowling, kept it nice and tight and made it hard to score runs.
Yep.
Nice shot, runs possible. There'll be 1 run here for them. That's right off the meat of the bat.
Extra width gives them a free swing at the ball. Gone a long way back.
Khan has got the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits.
Yep.
Absolutely nailed it.
Crunch on the front foot and bang. Gone all the way.
Boundaries are flowing. They need to find a dot ball or two to slow things down again. Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder?
Yep.
Does very well to get quickly across to that one.
Onto the front foot and punched it nicely. Would have hoped to find the rope.
End of the over, 21 from it. Karnataka are 104 for 1. Beaten on the drive.
Misses out there on the short and wide one. Yeah.
Well placed, should get a single.
Yep.
Right off the middle of the bat.
Great shot there to get the century.
That's a brilliant knock. Fully deserved century. It's not been fun for any of the bowlers out there. Yep.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
Back-to-back boundaries. The bowler will be searching for something now. Just a dot ball or two to settle things down.
Just a little bit wide. Well picked up.
Going with pace now.
Medium pacer is coming into the attack.
Yep.
Great shot. At least 1 on offer.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good run.
We've seen good control and spin from this bowler. Looking forward to seeing what they can do here. Super piece of timing.
Well, that ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward onto the front foot is just ridiculous.
Nicely played.
Just missed the line. Not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
Consecutive boundaries in this over. I wonder what plans they'll come up with to slow this batting.
Yep.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket.
Waiting. No.
trouble. Complete mix-up between these two. Just avoided an embarrassing run-out. Oh, good running. It needed to be as well. That's probably a lot closer than they expected.
That's the end of a very good over. Good pressure being put on the batters.
Yep. Yep.
Good return there, back from the deep. A trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
Batsman is coming in at number 4.
Goes up and over for 6. That's the positive option.
Lovely shot, gets on the drive, just powers that over the boundary. Wonderful timing.
Yep.
Trouble. Oh, gone.
So that's the third wicket down. Not a happy person walking off the field. There's a real feeling of disappointment. Extremely comfortable win, just so brilliant on so many levels. You cannot compete with that level of skill shown. It was